Hi, I'm Jaylenora Bressler, and welcome to the July 17th, 2017 edition of the Bible Delight in the Details. We are looking at the Psalms. Today we're going to look at Psalm 19, verse 1. This says that it is to the choir master, so it was meant to be a congregational kind of hymn, and it is of David, so we believe that David actually wrote this. This psalm in its entirety is talking about a gradual revelation. The fact that God has chosen to reveal himself to man in a series of steps, starting with general or natural revelation of nature, and then into special revelation of his word, and finally the ultimate revelation of his personality in the form of Jesus Christ, his Son. The first verse, of course, is talking about general revelation. And it is a beautiful, triumphant, and yet very worshipful statement by the psalmist. He says, "The heavens declare the glory of the Lord. The expanse proclaims the work of his hands." God is many things, and one thing he definitely is a great artist and craftsman. And if you know anything about art history or how to look at great art, you know that the art is a direct reflection of the artist. You can tell a lot about a person's philosophy and worldview by his creation or her creations. For example, in the Renaissance, when there was a affirmation of all things human and a lifting up of the human being, you see the absolute care and attention to detail with regard to the human body in the arts and particularly in the paintings. Everything is meant to look very realistic. You can see the sinews and the muscles rippling. Well, that is a reflection of what was important to the artists of that period. If you come forward, say, to the 20th century, and you look at Cubists and artists like Picasso and others, you see that they're disjointed. The paintings are disjointed, and that reflects how they felt about society as well. They felt that there was a disconnect between the individual and the collective and nature, and their paintings reflect that. When you come all the way to artists like Jackson Pollock and others who are just throwing colors, throwing paint at canvases and letting it be wherever it's going to be, some of those you realize that was a mindset as well, feeling that there is vanity in the world, in the sense of that everything is useless, there's futility, there is no order. When you look at techno art with its patterns, its grids, and its patterns that repeat itself over and over, you see there again a mindset of how technology is making everything very cookie cutter and very predictable. Art is a direct reflection of the artist. This is also true in literature, poetry, and novels. And anyone who has ever sat through a college literature class knows what I mean. We are told all the time about, you can see the mindset of the artist, of the writer in the written word that he or she produces. God is first and foremost a great artist. And you can look at the world, and you can look at the stars and the heavens and the diversity of life, and in both fauna and flora, both the animals and the plant kingdoms, and learn an awful lot about God. Now, not the ultimate revelation, but it's a very, very good start. And that's exactly where God does start. By looking at nature, you can learn a lot about God. And the first thing you learn is that you and he do not have the same creative powers, that he is much, much greater and works on a far larger and more detailed canvas. And that is the beginning of wisdom. For it is the fear of the Lord, meaning a right perspective of God and us. Go out today, and as you enjoy nature, let it speak to you without human voice of the glory of God. I'm J. Lenora Bressler. Visit me again on the next edition of The Bible, Delight in the Details. Have a great day.